It's my 11th hour. I've had half a granola bar since 6 this morning. I can't feel my feet, and there's a person in front of me, arms crossed, jaw set, telling me they've been waiting 4 hours, and this is unacceptable. And they're right. 4 hours is a long time. I'm sorry they waited. What I can't say, is that in those 4 hours I help keep a person's heart beating. That 2 rooms down, someone stopped breathing. That half-hour beds are holding admitted patients because the hospital upstairs is full and has nowhere to put them. That the reason they waited isn't that I forgot them. It's that I'm one person, and today the whole world walked through the door. But I don't say any of that. I walk in, and I apologize. Let me back up, because I don't think most people get to see a shift from my side of it. I'm a PA, a physician assistant, not a doctor, not a nurse, a third thing and often the first face you see when something's gone wrong. I chose this. I love this. Or I used to. Let me get there honestly. The ER never closes. That's not a slogan. It's the law. Anyone who walks through those doors gets seen, regardless of insurance, reason, or the hour. The building never closes. But the people inside it are very much human, and there's a finite number of us. Today there were more patients than providers. Not by a little. Every bed was full. And here's what you can't see. Half those beds held people who'd already been admitted. The hospital upstairs had no room, so they stayed with us. We call it boarding. They wait in our beds for hours, sometimes days, while new emergencies stack up behind them. From the waiting room, it looks like nothing's moving. From inside, we're drowning. And the medicine itself takes time. A workup is a chain. I order the test, someone draws the blood or runs the scan, we wait for the result, it gets read, then interpreted, then I decide. A CT has to be performed, then read by radiology, then put in context. Every link takes real minutes, and every one is shared by every patient in the building. And when someone says, "Just call me with the results," no, that's not how this works. This isn't fast food. It isn't delivery. You are not the only patient I'm carrying tonight. Being seen fast and being done fast are not the same thing. Me walking in the room sooner doesn't skip the workup. It just starts a clock that still has to run. The same clock running for everyone else in this building. Here's the part I wish more people understood, and I mean it. You're not seen in the order you arrived. You're seen in the order of who might die first. That's what triage is. It's not a line, it's a sorting. The chest pain, the stroke, the ruptured aneurysm, none of them can wait. So the knee that's ached for a month waits. And I'm not going to pretend to apologize for that. You came to the emergency department for something that isn't an emergency. The reason you waited is the person down the hall who was a true emergency. Someone who couldn't wait and shouldn't have to. That's what this place is built for. Now, here's the part that keeps me up. Triage isn't perfect. It's a fast judgment on incomplete information, often made by one of the least experienced people in the department. Simple hides serious, constantly. Picture a chart that just says, wound check, low acuity. Parked in the lobby, except it's a patient on dialysis, diabetic, already missing part of a limb, and that wound is a bone infection, osteomyelitis, turning septic. A nothing complaint that's actually a life and limb emergency, quietly getting sicker in the lobby while the loud non-emergency demands to be seen faster. Sometimes the person who just waited was the sickest one there, and we missed it. Carrying that while I'm already underwater is its own particular kind of heavy. When I'm this tired, that fear never fully goes away. And this isn't just me having a bad day, and it isn't just me either. Anyone who's done this a while will tell you the same thing. It isn't one brutal shift that wears you down. It's watching the conditions get worse, month after month, knowing tomorrow won't be better. Not the hard night, the slow, grinding sense that the hard night is just Tuesday now. So you ask for the charge nurse, the patient advocate, and we send them, of course we do, and they sit with you and say, "I'm so sorry you had to wait," and they mean it. But they're getting worn thin too. The nurses are tired, the advocates are tired, and I still have to walk into that room and absorb it for things I can't control and apologize anyway. And here's the harder truth. Coming to the ER doesn't entitle you to a scan for everything. What you're owed is a screening exam, someone qualified checking whether you have a real emergency. If you don't, you can be safely sent home. That's the system working as designed. But somewhere along the way, we decided every complaint demands the full workup, every test, every image. And if we don't order it, we're the ones exposed. The bad review, the HR complaint, the lawsuit years later. So we test things that don't need testing because the risk of skipping it lands on us. And that pressure never lets up. There's a name for what I'm feeling, and it isn't just tired. Tired, you sleep off. This is more like the job slowly wearing down the part of me that got into it. I love medicine. The idea of it, the healing, the figuring out. But I'm watching the thing I love turn into something I don't always recognize. And I'm standing a little closer to the door than I was a year ago. I haven't walked out, but I've looked at it. And that's the whole reason I'm telling you this. There will always be more patients. That's the one thing the ER guarantees. But there are not always more of us. So the honest question isn't how do we make the wait shorter? It's this: what happens when the people who show up for you finally stop showing up? If you made it all the way here, thank you, genuinely. If any of this landed, a like helps someone else find it, and subscribing means you'll be here for the next one. And if you work in this world too, I see you. Go take that bathroom break you've been needing for the past 6 hours. Go take a bite of that sandwich you packed 12 hours ago. And take care of yourself out there. I will see you in the next one.